Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. My name is Beatrice, and I'm the program coordinator at the Division for Multilateral Diplomacy at the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, or as we call it in short, UNITAR. It is a real pleasure to welcome you all on today's sessions with my colleagues from University of UPEACE to talk more about our joint master's programs. We will be taking this 30 minutes and this opportunity to share more information about the programs, to answer all academic and admission questions that you might have. Just a short introduction. The University for Peace, with headquarters in San Jose, Costa Rica, is the only university created in pursuance of the UN General Assembly resolution in 1980 and has been a training leader for peace for the past 4 decades. Both UPEACE and UNITAR have partnered to offer a series of joint master programs and certificates in different fields, including gender development and diplomacy. The partnership between UPEACE and UNITAR is important as it brings 2 important educational institutions connecting theory and practice within the UN and within the international organizations. And we're targeting audience who is interested in pursuing a career in the UN or international organization, combining academic education offered by UPEACE and the executive style training delivered by us, UNITAR. These programs are offered both in blended or hybrid mode and online format, including combination of face-to-face online training methodologies, providing great flexibilities for all students and professionals in their starting careers or mid-careers as well. Right, before we start our most important part of the webinar, just a few housekeeping rules. And I would like to let you know that the session will be recorded. We'll be able to share the recording later with you. And it will last approximately 25 to 30 minutes. The structure of the webinar will be as follows. We will be presenting the programs, and after that we'll have panel discussion with a Q&A session where you will be able to use the chat to share any of your questions, and me or my colleagues will be able to answer them. Please note that all microphones have been muted to avoid any background noise. And any questions or any comments that you would like, please use the Q&A to post them. We will be looking at the questions right after my presentation. Before I move to my presentation, just wanted to share that I'll be following on both programs, and my colleagues from UPEACE will jump on the Q&A session. Just to share my presentation here, please bear with me for a second. Share. Right. I do hope that everyone will be able to see my screen, and I'm just gonna put it in a presentation mode very quickly. Okay, right. My name is Beatrice, as I already mentioned, and my colleagues Samira and Clara from UPEACE have been following with us and will answer any questions. One of the main elements that we would like to highlight and share with you is the experience that comes with the hybrid mode of our programs. And this is the experience of being in Costa Rica, having this amazing opportunity, moving to a different country, being part of the local heritage, experiencing their traditions, and just delving into a new culture is one of the highlights of the 2 programs. And we believe that this experience really enriches all our participants into being on the ground and seeing how the Costa Ricans are living and what is their contribution on a global level as well. Right. I would like to first start with the program in development studies and diplomacy. It is one of our proudest programs, and we offer it in two modes. It is a interdisciplinary graduate program focusing on the field of development studies and diplomacy, taught both by UPEACE and UNITAR experts. In terms of the structure, of course, it follows credited structures, and it is a full master programs with coursework and final graduation project. The duration, it is 2 years, and it can be followed in a hybrid mode, as we already mentioned, by some of the courses being taken in Costa Rica or in a full online mode as well. I've here noticed the starting dates for this year and the application deadlines, which in terms of online gives you a little bit more flexibility, and in terms of hybrid, it is not so soon, but also approaching in rather soon. I will speak more about the fellowships and the certificates in a bit, but I just wanted also to this one pretty much follows the same one, to talk a little bit more about also the gender and development program, which is one of our newest programs. And we're very proud to tackle this niche, but also very important topic, and intersect gender and development together. Again, just a brief introduction on what to expect from the program. It does have, again, a very academic structure following by coursework and final project credits. Again, it is two semesters. At the moment, we're offering it mainly hybrid, with a possibility to have it also entirely online, which we're more than happy to accommodate if the participant is interested in that. Again, we offer a certificate, and there is a fellowship opportunity that I will speak about it in a bit. I would leave all this information for you at a later stage, and you can use the QR code to go on the application portal directly. One of the most interesting, most important elements is the experience in International Geneva and The Hague, which is part of our curriculum as an optional field visit. The next upcoming for this year is just going to be now in July, and you will be able, once you're part of the program, to participate in this field visit. In Geneva, we would like to offer really the international scene to see how the UN in Geneva works, what are the organizations based in Geneva, what conferences are happening, just the whole international experience. We have the headquarters of the Red Cross is here, the ICRC, and we would like to offer tours of the Red Cross, of the UN and the Palais, as we call it. And just the full experience. In The Hague, we use also a great experience of the International Court of Justice and the more law-directed topics that you might be interested in. All the organizations that are focusing on law are definitely in The Hague. Right, a quick introduction of our fellowship program. It is an opportunity for nationals of least developed countries and small island developing states. It is offered jointly by UPEACE and UNITAR, and it is thanks to these beautiful artworks that you can see here that have been donated and created with the local Costa Rican artist named Gusa, who had been generous and has been contributed to the opportunities and to development in education of participants from LDCs and SIDS. And if you fall into this category, you will be able to find more information on the website in terms of how to apply, what are the steps, how we're going to contact you, which I can also give a little bit more information during the Q&A session. I just wanted to put this for you. And I'm just going to quickly close my presentation and give a little bit information on the two masters as they are, as they offer usually a great intersection of both if we talk about gender studies and development studies, and then again, development studies and diplomacy, we do try to connect experts in those topics. And we believe that connecting theory and practice, soft skills with hard skills and theoretical experience brings students to another level of their careers. They can be just bachelor graduates or already mid-careers in the field, but we do try to expand their knowledge by developing skills such as it can be something from public speaking to negotiations to introduction to the UN. And we're equipping them with the soft skills for a successful international career, and as well analyzing different perspectives that are necessary to advance in their career, as well as to have the basis of the information. I would just leave this information here and potentially give the opportunity to see some of the questions that can be more interested to the participants. And I'll just open the floor to anyone who would like to open the floor metaphorically, but raise their questions on the Q&A. And then I would be more than happy to take that and follow up from there. Right. Okay. Okay, I see some of the questions on the chat. Some I think have my colleagues will start answering them directly on the chat, and then I can quickly speak about the syllabus of the program, as I see as a first question. And I'm just gonna quickly open the calendar first for the development studies. Some of the courses do fall in the two categories and of the two programs. And then I will give you an overview of the courses that are included in the programs. So we have courses from the United Nations system, conflict resolution and crisis management, geopolitics and geoeconomics, in the 21st century, development studies and international cooperation, social research methods, diplomacy in the 21st century, climate change, governance, food security, development and conflict practices, which also applies to the role and application of sustainability frameworks in development projects, circular bioeconomy. We have one of our soft skills modules on skills for international career, where UNITAR brings their experts and we really guide them and spend time with the participants to developing their CVs, their P11 forms, how the UN works, what is the procedure when it comes to applying for a UN position as well. And then finally, we have the protection of refugees, indigenous peoples' rights, Model UN conference, and the final graduation project. So some of these are definitely the courses that you'll be looking into and will be part of your master's. Just quickly going on some of the other questions. Yeah, I'm just kind of collecting on it. Okay, so another question we have: what are the entry requirements? I have a graduate degree in a commercial field and consider getting into the development sector. Also, after graduation, does the certificate increase my chance of getting employed within the UN? Fantastic question. If you, the entry requirements, I'll pull them out as we speak. You will have to follow an application process on the web, on the website of UPEACE, which I think we can share with you directly now. And in the meantime, while I answer your questions, I will pull out very quickly the requirements, which would include following the steps of applying on the platform, and we would require an English proficiency test, test score, which can be TOEFL, IELTS. We accept Duolingo English test as well, Pearson test of English, or Cambridge English language assessment. Additionally, we would need a statement of purpose, letters of recommendation, official undergraduate transcript and degree certificate, resume, copy of passport, and a size picture for ID purposes at a later stage. You will find all this information directly on the website, and as well the Apply Now button, where you can post all your materials directly, and after that we'll get back to you if additional information is needed or you have been successfully accepted to the program. I think in terms of undergraduate fields, and if you're interested from moving from a commercial field to more of an international and development sector, I think that's a great connection. And given that it's a bachelor's degree and you're looking to deepen your knowledge on certain topics, that can be a great connection to both of them. Of course, being affiliated and being part of the UN network, it always helps to increase your chance with employability. That, of course, depends on circumstances, depends on what is your interest in a further stage, but we try to give a great understanding of the UN system with experts who have worked and who have been part of the UN experience. So that's something that, if you're looking into, can be definitely worth exploring. If you are a UN staff, yes, I think my colleagues can share the different requirements for UN staff, which have been also notified, I believe, on the website, but my colleagues can just write it down. Yes, in terms of, okay, another question. Also, can you please elaborate on the payment modalities, installments or not? Yes, we do accept, if my colleagues will correct me, but maybe they can also write in the chat. I believe up to 3 installments are possible to be done. And yes, it can be also paid in 1 installment or in multiple as well. Okay. Is there, yes, I think also my colleagues can respond to this question. Is there any waiver for UN staff for online courses, or is this only for hybrid courses? I believe it is only for hybrid courses, but they can also double check on that and they can share it directly in the chat. What will be the time for online courses? They are usually organized to match all of the different time zones that we might have. Usually it falls within the afternoons of European times and mornings of Costa Rican time, so to balance the different time zones. For a question of would there be any language exemptions for international students having a US university degree, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Duolingo offers a very quick test that proves your degree of English, but potentially my colleagues from UPEACE might be able to type in the chat if there is any changes in that, and if a US degree can be accepted as also a language proof. Right, just going over quickly the questions. Do we have to have a relevant experience first before we enroll to those master's programs? Absolutely not. There is no need for relevant experience. We believe that coming into the master's will give you all the necessary tools to advance in your current career or just starting your experience after your bachelor's. And we believe that this well-rounded curriculum and syllabus have been able to support students, to give the necessary information and the knowledge to continue to pursue either further educations, going to the international scene, and entering the UN as well. So all that definitely I can say you do not need any other experience. Another great question, does the Masters in Gender and Development offer exclusive online platform instead of hybrid mode? Yes, I believe as well. UPEACE, my colleagues from UPEACE have been actively discussing this possibility. And if you're interested in the online version, you're more than welcome to apply directly on the platform and just put as a note, or once we get in touch with you, you can let us know that you would like to take it directly as an online option. And then I believe that they would accommodate the modalities to that. I do remember a few questions regarding the deadlines of the application of the programs. I'm pulling them right now and I'm going to let you know. So when it comes to applications, right, so development studies and diplomacy, I might be able actually to reshare my screen again very quickly. Let me just see if everyone is seeing my screen so that can help potentially. Okay, right, there it is. I'm just gonna open this one. Okay, just quickly going for if anyone has joined later. Yes, so duration. The Masters in Development Studies and Diplomacy, duration is 2 years, starting date for the hybrid 26th of August 2024, and for the online 9 September 2024. This is to give the hybrid participants introduction week directly on campus. Application deadline is 31st May 2024 for hybrid and 20th of August 2024 for the online. This information will be shared with you, so you have all the dates available, and as well they are also on the website. And then gender and development, starting date is 26th of August for the hybrid, and then for the online will be the same, 9th of September. Application deadline is again 31st of May 2024. So they pretty much align together. We will be sharing as well the link potentially with my colleagues to the website directly, so you can save that and have access to the dates, to the link of application, to any further information. And maybe they can share also my email address or our UNITAR and UPEACE email address directly on the chat, so you can have access and you can email us in case you have any questions. Right, just being mindful of the time, I'm quickly gonna go over some of the other questions. There is a question, I think, for the certificates. Yes, our certificates are our shorter programs, which try to consolidate all the most relevant modules that are from both sides for people who do not have time or do not wish to take a full program. I think I have more information here. I'm just going to quickly share it with you so you will know. And then again, my colleagues can put the certificates links on the website, on the chat, so you have access. Again, starting date is 9 September 2024. It is offered only on online modality, and it combines four, if I'm not mistaken, 4 modules, which is the development studies, international cooperation. The certificate is in an online version, having 2 UNITAR courses, 2 UPEACE courses, and still a possibility to join the field visit trip to Geneva or to The Hague. Of course, it is absolutely optional. We still offer the fellowships for these programs as well. And the fee for the certificate in development studies is $3,550 US. This whole information, again, my colleagues will share directly on the platform, and application deadline is 20th of August 2024. Just being mindful of the time. Great. I think this question is the last one. I think it is amazing. After applied, when we will hear from you about the admission. We do try to be very fast in our response. I think my colleagues, Samira and Clara, who take over the UPEACE admissions, are usually in the time frame of a week or two after your submission, in case there is any follow-ups of documents, and if everything's in order, I think they would share an offer right away with you. So we do try to be as fast as possible, being mindful of as some of you might have work arrangements and some additional plannings to do, as this is a full master's programs, or even a certificate. That would be something to plan ahead. Of course, just very quick questions. The candidates who already have master's degrees are absolutely eligible to apply, and there is no restrictions to have as many masters or certificates as you wish. In terms of payment modalities, definitely my colleagues can be sharing more information, but we do have installments, and we also can be paid in full, depending on the preference of the participants. I think I will be stopping here. There's so many questions. Thank you so much to everyone who has been sharing so many questions. I'm really trying to answer all of them, but being mindful of the time and knowing that Deborah has already shared and spent 30 minutes with us, I would like to wish first, thanks to my colleagues who have been supporting me here, but as well to all of you for participating. Please do not hesitate to reach to our email addresses if you have any more questions, quickly putting them here on the platform. I think if you can see them, they are here, admissions@upeace.org, and as well the UNITAR emails. Thank you once again. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I do hope to see you very soon at UNITAR UPEACE Master's Program. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.